welcome back to McElroy's Motors, home of the weird, the boring, the projects, and the adventures. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we finally have a beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio. And do you know what that means? It's time for some good news. The good news is I finally got the 14-inch OEM plastic Saturn hubcaps that I've been looking for Sadie since the moment I first got her. And I think the car just emphasizes being a 90s car even more than it did originally. And the reason why I got these is because, for one, when was the last time you even seen 4-spoke hubcaps on an American car that is not anything sporty? And secondly, I just think they look cool. But I do have to get some work done on them, so join me for this as we knock out all the dirt and grime that's been building on these hubcaps for the most part of 2 decades. Before I get on with buffing and polishing these hubcaps, let me tell you a little bit of a story here. Back when I was in high school about 7, 8, maybe 9 years ago, I had a buddy of mine who had a 2005 Saturn Ion, and he had it for his first car. He got that car for a mere $500, which is simply incredible to think about because the car was not even 10 years old at the time, and it's not often you find a $500 car here in America, unless this was, let's say, in 1980, or if the car today needed some work done. So he got it for $500. He used to drive me to and from school in it, and we just had a great time, and we became very close. We were like best of buddies. However, he was going through a lot at home, and in 2023, he unfortunately overdosed on methamphetamines, mainly because he thought that was the right answer to the problem he was facing. And even though I tried convincing him that was not the way to go, I was not the one to stop him. So I got these hubcaps because I want to remember him, and he was the one who got me into Saturns in the first place. And for those who know me well at all, they'll know I drive from Akron, Ohio to Cleveland, Ohio to go visit my grandmother. And then just out of a whim, just out of sheer luck, I was just driving through the Cuyahoga Valley National Park because I was not in any way of a hurry to get there, and I happened to see a 2005 Saturn Ion sitting next to a barn for what would look like anywhere between 6 months to a year. And it had these hubcaps on it. So what I did is I eventually stopped by the old man's house who had the Saturn Ion just sitting there, and he was about to junk the car. And he says to me, it was my mom's car. She died about 5 years ago, and I just want the car to go to a good home. And I said to him, well, I am not by no means ready for a project, but I've been looking for the hubcaps for about 6 to 7 months about the time I picked up my Saturn. And he was amazed by how clean this Saturn is with its super low mileage. So I said to him, I'll give you $30 for these hubcaps. And he says, give me the ones that are on your car now, and we'll call it a fair trade. So I got these hubcaps for absolutely free. And while they're a little on the loose side, and they do need a buff and polish and perhaps a little bit of paint in some areas, the fact I got them for free, that's a good deal in itself, because I think they look so much better than the 5-spoke hubcaps I had on the car when I got those hubcaps from O'Reilly's. And yeah, they are a little loose, but I'm going to fix these up, and hopefully I'll have them all fixed up and ready to go just in time for the Saturn Nationals coming up in just about 2.5 weeks. Now I am sure that one of my viewers is going to comment down below and say, don't you hate those hubcaps that have the little plastic wheel nut covers? Doesn't these hubcaps already have them on? And the answer to that is yes. But because I've been looking for these hubcaps for so long, and the fact that they are from the factory, I am really not going to care, as brave as that makes me sound. But at the same time, I just want the car to look its absolute best for the Saturn Nationals, and I think with these 4-spoke hubcaps, it would just make the car pop out a little bit more, because this car is a survivor, and I will do anything I can to keep it on the road, even if it means to make my OCD go even more ballistic. But either way, I have a little bit of a present for you guys. This stuff in this little bottle here is in fact wheel cleaner. So what I gotta do is I gotta take off the hubcaps again and spray this stuff onto the hubcaps and let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes. Over time, it's going to absorb all the brake dust that's been building up on these hubcaps for the most part of 20 years. And then what I gotta do is just use a brush of some kind and just scrape it all off, and hopefully this stuff comes off. and then take a garden hose once they're on the car and just spray them all down. It should be relatively easy. I just gotta have a tool come out of nowhere, and then use that tool to get the hubcaps off because they are bolt on, bolt off. So it shouldn't take me that long at all. Like I said, they are loose, but believe it or not, that's how they came out of the factory. They are not the best design at all, but you know me, I like weird, quirky things, so I'll let it survive. I'll let it suffice. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally cool. Totally fine. There we go. That's one down, 3 to go. Alright viewers, I got the rest of them off. That took me a whopping 48 minutes. I am so glad I didn't catch that on camera because, needless to say, it would probably make you very bored now, wouldn't it? Now it's time to squirt the hubcaps with the magical stuff, including the nuts. Apologies in advance if I get the camera. Not gonna lie to you guys, this does hurt my spine. Just gotta wait about 5 to 10 minutes while the foam turns purple, and then we can just brush this grime away. And hopefully it comes off relatively easily. As you can see, the hubcaps are turning purple because I've been spending the last 30 minutes on the phone whilst brushing these off, so hopefully that got all the dirt off. But now it's time to go get the garden hose and spray them all down and rinse them off. I decided that I just don't have time to wrestle an anaconda that's about 60 yards long. So I'm going to do things my way. That made it worse. This wheel cleaner wasn't because it missed a few spots. Useless. But at least it's cleaner than it was, I'll give it that. But looks like I might have to do a little bit more than just using the wheel cleaner. It's unfortunate, but I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. Shut up, cat. Well, as you guys can see, I got the hubcaps back on Sadie. And after rinsing them off my way, it didn't really do me any justice. So it looks like I will have to use my garden hose after all, which is something I am not looking forward to at all with my spine being the way it is. But I do this for you guys. Trust me. Might as well get the pollen off while I can. Don't know how long that's gonna last though. They're still not perfect, but it'll work. So anyways guys, I got the most of the brake dust that had accumulated for the last part of 20 years of those hubcaps being on that Saturn Ion. The hubcaps are still not in perfect condition, but given the fact that I got them for free, I'm not too worried about spending money on refurbishing them even further, which I'll do sometime later on this week. I'll just be using like spray paint just to cover up the spots that the paint is missing, and we'll take things from there. But I think all in all, with the new hubcaps, the new brakes, the new tires, everything I've done to this car, I think this car is ready for Saturn Nationals. Now that being said though, I don't expect this car to win any beauty prizes, but the fact that it is a survivor deserves a prize in itself. This car is 28 years old, has under 70,000 miles, and overall it's been a fantastic car to own. So I'll see you guys in an upcoming video where I get my hands dirty and spray paint some hubcaps, something I've never done before. So stay tuned. But above all else, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content from McElroy's Motors, and I'll see you guys in an upcoming video. Take care. I just sprayed my phone. Am I a genius? Now that's an old truck. That thing is 10 years older than me, according to my neighbor.